E-Classroom, sponsored by রাষ্ট্রীয় মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা অভিযান, ত্রিপুরা রাজ্য মিশন।
মাধ্যমিক স্তরের শিক্ষার গুণগত মানকে সুনিশ্চিত করার লক্ষ্যে রাষ্ট্রীয় মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা অভিযান, ত্রিপুরা রাজ্য মিশন কর্মরত মাধ্যমিক স্তরের শিক্ষক ও বিদ্যালয় প্রধানদের প্রশিক্ষণ, বিজ্ঞান শিক্ষণ সামগ্রী প্রদান, ছাত্রীদের আত্মরক্ষামূলক প্রশিক্ষণ, মেধায় পিছিয়ে পড়া ছাত্রছাত্রীদের বিশেষ শিক্ষাদান, প্রতিবন্ধীদের জন্য অনুদান, রাজ্যে কলা উৎসব আয়োজন সহ অন্যান্য কর্মসূচি রূপায়ণ করছে।
জানেন কি, বিদ্যালয় ছুট সারা দেশের একটি জ্বলন্ত সমস্যা। এই সমস্যা সমাধানে রাষ্ট্রীয় মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা অভিযানের উদ্যোগে আগামী 1 জানুয়ারি থেকে সপ্তাহব্যাপী বিদ্যালয় ফিরে চলো কর্মসূচি গ্রহণ করা হয়েছে। 14 থেকে 16 বছর বয়সী সমস্ত ছেলে মেয়েদের মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা সম্পূর্ণ করার জন্য আপনারা সবাই এগিয়ে আসুন।
মাঝপথে যারা লেখাপড়া ছেড়ে দিয়েছো বন্ধুরা, তোমরা বিদ্যালয়ে আবার ফিরে এসো।
রাষ্ট্রীয় মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা অভিযান।
Hi students, how are you? Fine. Thank you. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
As you know, I'm actually teaching English to you people for so many years. And among the English topics, I like the poetry most. Why? What is a poem? A poem is about emotions. What is emotion? Can anybody actually, you can speak in Bengali also. আবেগ বলতে কি বোঝো তোমরা? যখন আমরা খুব আনন্দিত হই অথবা যখন খুব দুঃখিত হই, whenever we are very much pleased or whenever we are very much worried, then there is feelings. So this feeling, when is penned down by a writer, then it becomes a poem. So today we'll discuss a poem and enjoy the poem. Okay? Because poem is for enjoyment, because it is dealing with the feeling of a person who composed it. Now today's topic is very interesting. So let me first of all introduce the topic with this one. Can you guess what is this? Mirror. So you can see that it's a
mirror.
Loudly, it's a
Mirror.
So you have one poem in your syllabus in class 10th, that is a poem called The Mirror by Sylvia Plath. So I'll start discussing about the poem. So let's begin with certain puzzles, okay? First of all, you see the picture. What actually do you see? কি দেখতে পাচ্ছ তোমরা? এই পিকচারটা দেখে কি মনে হয়? And anything else? Any idea? Anything else? Can you see anything else? Don't you see that it looks like a skull also? একটা খুলির মতো লাগছে মনে হয় না? দেখতে পাচ্ছ ক্লিয়ার? বুঝতে পেরেছো? Here we can see a mirror. A young lady is looking at a mirror, but at the same time, if we look very carefully, we can see that it seems like a what? Skull. You can answer it. Like what? Skull. Now let's go to the next picture. Now you see, is the woman in front of the mirror beautiful? Is the woman beautiful? Okay, সুন্দর?
No.
Okay, কি সুন্দর লাগছে?
No.
But see in the mirror whether the woman is looking beautiful Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Loudly. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So, why this difference? Because you see, we people, something is good to me, something is bad to me. How I am accepting this world, it depends on my understanding. আমি যেভাবে পৃথিবীকে দেখি সেভাবেই আমি পৃথিবীকে বুঝতে শিখি। Now, the mirror is composed by this lady. Her name is Sylvia Plath. Now, isn't she beautiful?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She is very beautiful, no? She was born in actually 1932. Okay. So, she is writing about a mirror. Now, before we proceed further, let's look at her life a little bit, because we have to know about the poetess's life, because otherwise how can we understand? Because sometimes whenever somebody composes something, then it becomes autobiographical. What is autobiographical? যখন নিজের কথা নিজে বলতে থাকে, কারোর জীবনের কথা যখন তার কবিতার মধ্যে ফুটে ওঠে, তখন সেটাকে আমরা কি বলি? Autobiographical. Do you understand my point? Clear?
Yes.
So Sylvia Plath's লাইফটা আমাদের তার জন্য জানতে হবে, because she composed that particular poem. What was her life? Whether there is a reflection of life in this poem also. Let's go through her life. So you can see her husband, he is also a very famous person, a poet. Okay. She had 2 children, and after that you see the bitter truth. Now, what is the mental condition of that lady? What is the mental condition? Is it good or bad? Bad mental condition. So bad, whenever we use bad mental condition, then we use the term depressed or depression. You can write it down. Depressed or depression. So she was a very depressed person. Who? Sylvia Plath. খুব দুঃখী ছিল। So she was famous, no doubt, because she was a great writer. She got Pulitzer Prize also. Okay, that's a prestigious prize. But her characteristic trait was that she was always depressed, because her father died when she was young. Okay, after that she remained depressed. She went to London, and there she studied and married. But she was suffering from bipolar disease. What is that bipolar disease? That is, sometimes, we are very much worried, and at the same time we are very much elated. Do you know worried? I have already explained to you people. So there is a duality of character, sometimes anxious and sometimes very happy. So whenever she is anxious, she attempted suicide several times. For that she has to be hospitalized. Okay, and she was there in the hospital for 6 months. Mirror is a work of poetry by Sylvia Plath. It was written in 1961 when her age was only 30. But she was married. She had 2 children, already I have said. And after composing this poem, within 1 year, she was actually separated from her husband. Okay, they divorced. And after that, 2 years after that, that is composing this poem, she committed suicide. But in spite of doing this suicide, do you think that suicide is a good thing? No. We don't think that suicide is a good thing. But we have to understand the mind of her also. And she composed brilliant poems, because on one side she is a very creative soul, on the other side she was a depressive person. Okay, now let's go to the poem proper, that is our discussion point. The poem is entitled The Mirror. So it is composed by Sylvia Plath, as you can see. I'm silver and exact. I have shown you the mirror. What is the color of the mirror? Silver. So that's right. She has written plainly. There is no complex word. Okay. Exact. Exact means what it is. It is not something like I'm imagining. Suppose, what is it?
Duster.
Duster. Exactly speaking, it's a duster. But one can see that it's a box. Okay? A rectangular box, one can say. এটা সঠিক বর্ণনা হবে না, এটা একটা ডাস্টার। তো আমি কিরকম? আমি, now the question is, who is I?
The mirror.
The mirror. The mirror is telling its story. So you see, in the very first line we find one very beautiful thing that is called personification. What is personification? For example, if this duster starts talking, then duster is an inanimate object, a non-living thing. একটা জীবন্ত বস্তু এটা? কিন্তু ও যদি বলে যে আমি ডাস্টার, আমি কথা বলতে চাইছি, I want to say something, I'm a duster, you please listen. তাহলে ও কিন্তু হিউম্যান কোয়ালিটি ওর ভেতরে নিয়ে এসেছে। তখন এরকম যদি কেউ বলে, তাহলে আমরা সেটাকে বলি personification. So here the mirror is personified. Okay, it's an example of personification. I am silver and exact. The mirror itself, though it is a non-living thing, it is speaking like a living thing. I am silver and exact. I have no preconception. Okay, sometimes you see, when I meet some person or you meet some person, okay, আগের থেকে আমাদের পূর্ব থেকে একটা ধারণা থাকে, এই লোকটা মনে হয় না বেশি একটা সুবিধার হবে, এই লোকটা মনে হয় না বেশি একটা ভালো হবে, that man is not good, that man is not bad. No, I don't have any preconception. Who is speaking? The mirror. The mirror shows exactly what is there. Okay, do you understand?
পুষ্টিকর খাদ্য এবং শিক্ষা আমাদের নিতান্ত প্রয়োজনীয় জিনিস।
আপনি কি জানেন, বর্তমানে ত্রিপুরায় বিদ্যালয় শিক্ষা দপ্তরের অধীনে মধ্যাহ্ন আহার প্রকল্পের উদ্যোগে সবকটি বিদ্যালয়ে সবজি বাগান গড়ে তোলা হচ্ছে।
ছাত্রছাত্রীদের পুষ্টিকর খাদ্য প্রদান করার লক্ষ্যে সেই বাগানে উৎপাদিত সার এবং কীটনাশকবিহীন সবজি প্রথম থেকে অষ্টম শ্রেণীর শিক্ষার্থীদের মিড ডে মিলে ব্যবহার করা হয়।
চলুন শিক্ষার্থীদের স্বাস্থ্যকর এবং নির্ভেজাল খাদ্য প্রদান ও সুস্থ সমাজ গড়ার লক্ষ্যে আমরা সবাই এগিয়ে আসি এবং প্রত্যেকটি বিদ্যালয়ে সবজি বাগান গড়ে তুলতে বিদ্যালয় কর্তৃপক্ষকে সাহায্য করি।
Okay, I have no preconception. Whatever you see, I swallow. Whatever you see, I swallow. Whenever it sees something, it swallows. Swallows means swallow. Rasgulla you can swallow. Rasgulla you can swallow. So it is talking like a human being. Okay, do you understand that? Just as it is. This is the most important one. Just as it is. No distortion. Nothing like if you visit Shukanta Academy and go in front of the magic mirrors, then your reflection will be different. You will be like that or like that or like that. But it's a mirror which is reflecting what it is. That is exact. Okay?
Yes.
Unmisted by love or dislike. That mirror doesn't love anybody or dislike anybody. What is unmisted? Mist, you know? ধোঁয়াশা, কুয়াশা, কুয়াশার অন্তরালে নেই আমি। পরিষ্কার করে আমি দেখাচ্ছি কি আমি কাউকে ভালোবাসি না, আমি কাউকে ব কেবল চাজা গিয়া, ব কেবল না বলা সেলাইয়া। ইন ককবরাক ইট মিনস যে কাউকে ভালোবাসে না, যে কাউকে ঘৃণা করে না। Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Just as it, unmisted by love or dislike. I'm not cruel, only truthful. I'm not cruel. Somebody may say that, oh, mirror, mirror, you are showing me like that, like a beast. So you are cruel. No, I'm truthful. What you are, I'm showing you. Okay? This is my only purpose. Okay. The eye of a little God. I am the eye of a little God. Little God. Four-cornered. Now see, the mirror is four-cornered, isn't it? Four-cornered.
Yes.
Most of the time I meditate. I meditate. You know meditation? Okay. So I meditate on the opposite wall. So constantly, if I hold this one, it will see what? The board. The opposite one. Do you understand? So he is constantly meditating like that, opposite wall. Okay. Now, in case of her opposite wall, that is the mirror's opposite wall, it is pink. Isn't it pink?
Yes.
So it is pink. So he constantly seeing this pink one, pinkish one. Do you understand?
Yes.
But can you see there are certain spots in it? Can you see there are certain spots in it?
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, the most of the time I meditate on the opposite wall. It's pink with speckles. Speckles mean dots. Certain dots are there. I have looked at it so long. For so many days I'm looking at that particular wall. I think it is a part of my heart. It has become a part of my heart. Okay? It flickers. Now what is flickering? Have you seen that candle? Candle light?
Yes.
If you just give some wind, okay, then the light started flickering. Do you understand that? Okay. Often it flickers. So this is addressed by an inanimate object. I have already said that personification, and after that sets out to define itself and its function. He has no preconception because it is without memory or ability to reason. তার কোনো মেমোরি আছে, স্মৃতিশক্তি আছে? আয়না? নেই তো। তার জন্য কি? তার পক্ষে সবসময় এক্সাক্ট নিরপেক্ষ থাকাই তার পক্ষে সত্যি। It is omnivorous. Omnivorous মানে সর্বভুক। Whatever comes, it swallows. যা তার সামনে পড়বে তাকেই সে তার ভেতরে ঢুকিয়ে নেবে আয়নাতে। ওকে? এভরিথিং উইদাউট মেকিং জাজমেন্ট। সে কোনো জাজমেন্ট করবে না, ভালো মন্দ কোনো কিছু বিচার করবে না। নাও second stanza and the third stanza and fourth stanza. Okay. Faces and darkness separates us over and over. But sometimes it is looking at the opposite wall. But sometimes a face comes in between. Separate them. Separate whom? The mirror and the
wall.
Absolutely correct. Very good. Separates us over and over. Now I'm a lake. You see lake? Now this lake is compared with the mirror. So lake must be very placid. There is no movement of water so that it can be seen clearly. A woman bends over me. Then comes a woman. She bends over her. That is the mirror. Okay. Searching my reaches as far as she can go. Okay. Reaches and looks at her face. Do you understand? Okay.
Yes.
What she really is. Then she turns to those liars, the candles and the moon. Now she is not satisfied. Looking at her picture, she is not satisfied. So she goes to the moon or the candle. They are called the liars. Why? Because you see, the moonlight. You have heard about candlelight dinner. When a pair sits in a restaurant, they have a candlelight dinner because the candle has a halo. Candlelight has a halo that looks beautiful. If you have pimples in your, that is here, okay, if you see you in the mirror, then you will say, oh my goodness, I have pimples. But in case of that light, extra light effect of moon or candle, you'll see no pimple and you'll look beautiful. So the lady goes, leaving the mirror, goes to the, that is liars. Who are the liars?
The candles and the moon.
Absolutely correct. The candle and the moon. I see her back. While she was going, naturally, the back can be seen by that mirror. Okay. And reflect it faithfully. But at the same time, I was reflecting that one also, showing that one, backside also. She rewards me with tears now after she returns and cries, "Oh my God, oh my God, I have become so terrible." She is full of tears and in an agitation of hand, anxiety. Then starts the agitation of hand. I'm important to her. She comes and goes. She comes and goes every day. Every day she comes and goes. The liar, you can see the shadow. Okay? The liar. The moon is also the liar. Earlier the candle, now the moon is the liar. Okay. Each morning it is her face that replaces the darkness. In the darkness, is it possible to reflect anything? We know that for reflection, light is needed. Lighter provision আছে না?
Yes.
হ্যাঁ. In me she has drowned a young girl. Drowned means dying
In the water.
in the water. Absolutely correct. Thank you. So drowned a young girl. If the mirror is a lake, then I am drowned. Okay?
Yes.
I'm drowned there. And in me, an old woman rises toward her day after day like a terrible fish. Now, if someone is died, drowning, after drowning, then what happens? The body comes on the surface. Similarly, the young lady has already died. And who came out? Who came out? Came out that particular lady who has become old. So she is like a fish which looks like terrible. Terrible. Do you understand? So this poem is telling about a person's perspective. See, 30 years not an old age, but she is thinking that she has become old. And she is hating this one as if she has died. Okay? So do you understand the poem? Okay, now let me ask you few questions. Okay, whether you can understand the poem, that will be judged by asking you certain questions and participate in the questions. Now I am silver and exact. Now can you tell me who is I here? Who can tell? Yeah?
The mirror.
Is he right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now sit down, please. Okay. Now, is the mirror cruel or is the mirror truthful? Cruel or truthful? Which one? Yes? You say?
The mirror is cruel.
The mirror?
Truthful.
Truthful. The mirror is not cruel.
It is truthful.
It is truthful. Okay, that's very good. Now, a woman bends over me, searching my riches for what she really is. Then she turns to those liars, the candles of the moon. What is the woman bending over? Womanটা কিসের উপর ঝুঁকেছিল? Yes?
The lake.
The lake. The lake is compared with which?
The mirror.
Yeah. So it is actually the mirror. But metaphorically, it is compared to a lake. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I am important to her. I here is a girl, a woman, maid, a lake. Which one? Yeah. That time, your answer will be
The lake.
yeah. That is correct. Okay. Because here the comparison is made with the lake. Thank you very much. Who is the poet? Who is the poet? Yeah, Hannah. Sylvia? Sylvia Plath. Is she a very happy woman? No. What type of personality is she? Depressed. Okay. So we shouldn't be depressed. We should rather think about the poem, and we'll read and reread and frame all the questions. This is a very simple poem and you can answer all the questions. That is a broad question. You can only learn the summary of the poem. Okay? And otherwise all will be multiple choice questions or very short answer type questions that I think you can actually answer. So thank you very much for taking part of my class. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
ড্রপ আউটের ঘুচিয়ে ক্ষত, স্কুলে পড়ুয়ার বাড়ছে ভিড়, সর্বশিক্ষা মিড ডে মিলে স্কুল সকলের আশার নীড়।
রাজ্যের ৬ থেকে ১৪ বছরের সব শিশুদের বিদ্যালয়ের আঙিনায় এনে তাদের বুনিয়াদী শিক্ষা সুনিশ্চিত করতে সর্বশিক্ষা অভিযান বদ্ধপরিকর। তাদের শিক্ষার সুবিধার জন্য রয়েছে বিনামূল্যে পাঠ্য বই, বিদ্যালয়ের পোশাক, উন্নতমানের পড়াশোনা, স্বাস্থ্যসম্মত শৌচাগার, বিশুদ্ধ পানীয় জল, পুষ্টিকর মধ্যাহ্ন আহার, খেলাধুলার ব্যবস্থা এবং আরও অনেক কিছু।
হ্যাঁ, তাই দেরি না করে আজই আপনার এলাকার সব শিশুদের নিকটবর্তী সরকারি বিদ্যালয়ে ভর্তি হতে উৎসাহিত করুন।
E-Classroom was sponsored by রাষ্ট্রীয় মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা অভিযান, ত্রিপুরা রাজ্য মিশন।
এই আন্দোলনের মধ্য দিয়ে দারিদ্রতা, মদ্যপান, অস্পৃশ্যতা এই বিষয়গুলি সম্পর্কে গ্রামের মানুষ সচেতন হয়েছিলেন এবং গ্রামের মানুষ ব্রিটিশ সাম্রাজ্যবাদের স্বরূপ বুঝতে পেরেছিল এবং তাদের মধ্যে রাজনৈতিক চেতনা বৃদ্ধি পেয়েছিল।